When you have an abundance of something or abundance of everything, you do not value that as much. I used to waste a lot of time, like too much time, doing pointless activities instead of doing the things I was supposed to be doing. This includes gaming quite a bit, watching YouTube, and even watching a bit of anime. And doing all these things, it felt really good in the moment, and overall, time wasting just felt so good. Obviously, I'm not perfect now, but I've improved quite a lot. And before I explain to you why time wasting feels so good, let me tell you a story of my friend in high school who used to love wasting. So one of my friends, right? He would always buy his lunch in the school canteen. And I used to eat with him, of course. And every now and then, he would not finish his food. He would have this much left over, right? Just one or two bites left of his lunch. And I noticed this a few times and I asked him, yo bro, why aren't you finishing your food? Or why do you always leave a little bit out? And he told me he likes it. And I was obviously confused. I'm like, you like wasting food? Why? And then he said, I don't know. He just likes it. Obviously this was a very I was like, that's crazy, because at least in the culture that I've been brought up with, we never waste food. We always try and finish the plates no matter what. And here my man comes and just wastes food. Not every day, of course. This was and every fortnight or something, he would just leave a bit of his food. So now let me explain to you why time wasting feels good and why my friend, I believe, used to waste a little bit of his food. When you have an abundance of something or abundance of everything, you do not value that as much. For example, my friend, he used to buy tons of food from the school canteen. And so wasting it felt good because he didn't value it as much, because he could buy as much as he wanted whenever he wanted from school every day if he wanted to. And when he has that freedom, when you have an abundance of all that food you can ask for, you wouldn't value it as much, right? And so the same goes for time. I used to waste so much time and it felt so good because I didn't realize how little time I had before. When I'm, scrolling through my phone and everything, it makes me temporarily forget how little time I actually have for the rest of the day or in my life. And because I don't understand that, and I think to myself, oh, I have so much time in the world, let me just go on my phone, play some games, it won't matter that much. In reality, you don't actually have that much time. And time wasting feels good because you feel like you have a lot of time. But the sad reality is you don't. And all that time wasting you do before leads you to nowhere. You're always stationary when you're distracting yourself at that time. And in the future, the consequences of these actions will show. So pretty much, my advice to you guys is just remember that you don't actually have that much time in this world. And after all the stuff you have to do, like sleeping, brushing your teeth, going to school, waking up, and all the stuff, you don't have that much time to yourself. And momentarily distracting yourself for a bit, even every day. When I say a bit, maybe people are doing 2, 3, 4 hours on their phone when they're free, when they can be doing other stuff. That's a lot of time in your life if you're doing that consistently. And in the long run, you're not gonna, like I said before, it's not gonna progress you much further. And then you may go back to your younger days and wish that you didn't spend that much time on your phone. So yeah, just remember that when you're distracting yourself momentarily or for a while, doing so, it makes your brain think that you have all the time in the world. It distracts you from the fact that you actually don't. And that little time you have to yourself is all being pretty much wasted on temporary happiness. Anyway, I hope that this is helpful for you guys. I hope this kind of clicks in your mind why time wasting feels so good. Because now you know the knowledge. You know why it feels good. A lot of people don't even do that and they waste so many hours of their life. And then that accumulates to days and weeks, of course. But now that you know, it is in your hands to make sure that whenever you're wasting time, not to waste too much of it. Because the reality is, you don't have that much time in the end. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. and thank you for watching. Thank you.